So here we are once again. This is a old lamp I bought from a thrift store called Value Village. I paid $10 for this, and that's a lot of money from a thrift store, but I thought it would make a good video. This is a prototype because I got a plan to build another lamp and carve it that will be much better than this one. But like I said, this is a prototype, so I'm going to try this out. You know, you can buy these lamp kits on Amazon. The power cord, this part, and you have to drill a hole through here. And yeah, so they can be big projects, but if it's already put together, then it's kind of simple to do. But what I'm going to do before I do any carving, I'm going to take all this apart because I don't want to sit here and hold this and turn it when it's all bulky. It's just easier to take this off, and then you can put this in your hand and carve that. I think I'm going to just do I know it's repeat, but I'm going to do a spirit totem pole with a bunch of wood spirits and stuff on there. You know, you can see there it has kind of like ugly hot glue, so we'll put this lamp up there better. I already did take it to my carving tent, and I used my orbit sander to sand off all the finish that they put on it for this piece. So I know this is first growth Western red cedar, so that's pretty lucky. I think it is anyways. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is take this all apart and carve this piece for now on this. Yep, get her done. Get her done. So I got it all apart. I just want to say you're dealing with electricity here, so if you're going to do something like this, make sure you have somebody or yourself knows how to deal with electricity when you're going to wire this back up. Okay, because I'm not the best at electricity, but on this plug here, it does say one side's hot, so that's where my thumb is. That's where the power is, I guess. So I'll have to kind of. I did have it taped. Anyways, I had it taped off, but the tape fell off, so I don't freaking know. But anyways, let's put the camera in the overhead. Let's carve a spirit totem, a bunch of wood spirits on here. Like I said, I know it's repeat, but do what you love to do. All right, so this piece is like, I think it's probably 2 inches or 2.5 by, I don't know, 8 inches. So, like I say on the beginning, on lots of my beginning wood spirit videos, this is the best. You got this corner here. All these corners are the best corners best place to carve a face because you already have from this corner here, you already have the roundness of the face. So we're going to put a center line down here. I got to find a better pen. Where do you want your wood spirits? We're going to have one on each corner. So let's just put forehead here. Nose. No, this isn't going to really be a carving video. I might do this time lapse because I got to wear my dust mask. I think I'm dealing with another sinus issue. Now, so we got a face here, his mustache. You got to think of how you want all the faces to connect because you have to connect the mustaches, the beards, and all that stuff. And this is kind of my thing where like I'm not bragging, but I think I'm good at that. That's because it's what I enjoy doing. It's like connecting the dots, and you can make so this one. Let's just get these thrown on here. Give it a shorter, thicker nose, longer, skinnier nose. See this nose compared to this nose. Oh, so we got one here, one here. Now let's see. Let's put one in the one in the. I don't know. It seems like when I kind of get the sinus problems, it affects my whole body. So we got put a. No, you don't have to have one on each side. You can put two. So we'll put one down here. And things might change up as I carve. Like, my mind's not really opened up yet. I gotta start carving too. Once I start carving, that's when I get going crazy. So we got one here, and then let's put one up here. Oops, sorry. All right. So we could actually probably lower this one a bit. I put squiggly lines to know not to carve that, so we'll put this one right here. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not really going to be talking too much on this. Might as well, since we lowered this one, we might as well put another one up here if we want. We don't have to carve this in. And they don't have to all have foreheads. There's a lot of carving. So you got to block out the noses, carve below the nose, carve below the eyebrows, make the nose stick out. But the nose, I'm not going to try and get the nose stick farthest off the face on these ones. But how about I just get that done? I get all the nose and the eyebrows blocked out. Then we can talk about so this, for example, this one's hair. Because this is his forehead up here, this is his hairline. How do you want this mustache? And then boom, he just kind of, and then his beard will be here. This one's beard will be rolling off here. You just kind of do nice smooth lines, like when you're doing this kind of thing, I think it's beneficial not to have straight lines. Make everything nice and rounded. S lines in art is always good to do. Let's see here. Like straight lines are just boring and they give you nothing to really look at. But S lines, they can come in any shape or size. So here's an S, but this is an S line. This can even be an S line, right? So try and stay away from the straight lines on something like this, and practice your S lines and being smooth and blending it all together. I don't know. Am I just talking about nothing? But what I'm going to do now is I'm running the Dremel 4000. This is the Kutzall Extreme Flame bit. This is my go-to bit right here. This is probably one of the best bits for power wood carving right here, in my opinion. If you want to get these Kutzall bits, just go down to the below in the description. Now before we put on our dust mask, let's turn this fan on and just do one cut below the nose. Oh, I got to I got to plug it in. One thing I will say is it's a bonus when you're not feeling the best, but when you go to plug in your dust collector system, you find a little caramel candy down by the plug-in. Whoa. On, done. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces on here. I could put some more in there, but I'm not going to make it too complicated. I just put this in here just to kind of see how much more of this I need to trim off. I kind of did this upside down. This was nail holes from that base. So this should have been this way. Now it's upside down, and I'm going to have to figure out what to do with those nail holes when I'm going to finish this piece. So now you can see it's what's happening. I got everything quickly blocked in there. Let's put the camera back in the overhead and draw. I normally don't draw on how I connect everything, but I'll draw on a couple and we'll do some carving of it. If you guys are interested in carving a wood spirit totem, connecting the dots. So let's see here. What's a simple one too? So you got to remember that you're, okay, let's see here. This mustache will roll off here. This one will kind of be, sometimes you got to cut deep because you have a hard time blending things in because this face is so close to this face, right? And then side of his face. So we might have to dig this face deep underneath that mustache. And then, so you'll have his beard. You know, you can always incorporate the eyebrows into this fellow's beard. You know, you got your bottom lip there. This one, it's hard to draw out. It's just kind of easier for me to carve it and just give her heavy hands. So here's a perfect example. So his beard, this face here, his beard will be coming down, and this one down here, you just kind of give it some nice smooth lines in there. Then his mustache, his beard, no, sorry, that's his mustache can blend. This will be his hair. Then his beard comes down here. Then you got this one up here that you need to blend in. So mustache can come down like that. And you can just blend them all in together. See? Give them some nice smooth lines. You know, this one, let's see if we can. Oh, we can't really do. We're limited with space. So this one, yeah, see, like, it's just best. So, but you got my point. You just kind of connect the dots, mustache, beard to hair. So I think I'm going to carve this, put my dusk mask on, and we'll be back. I'll be back. Somebody will be back. So I thought I was filming. We got a carving fusion paint. 3, 2, 1. So I thought I was filming. We got this dollar store black acrylic paint. And we got a Carving Fusion original paint tray here. I will sell this after this video if anybody wants to buy it. These are hard to come by, and I haven't been using them that much lately. So I was thinking about mixing some Mod Podge into this black paint. Mod Podge, yeah, Mod Pod, Mod Pod, whatever, however you say it. Because whatever kind of wash I do on this, silver, black, I might even do a red wash. If it's Mod Podged, because you can mix the Mod Podge pod, whatever it's called, up with this stuff, it would dry somewhat shinier, as this black paint dries flat. And then if it's shinier, then it's easier to wipe off the high points when you do the wash. Caprende. So make sure you get everywhere. because it sucks when your piece is dry and you're going to do the thing, the wash on it, and you notice you've missed a bunch of spots, like right under here. Then you got to do it again and wait till the paint dries again. So make sure you get everywhere, like in there. Okay, so I'll get this done off screen. We'll let her dry and we'll decide what kind of wash we want to do on this. So all the black paint is dry. I have not Mod Podged it. Now, when I was looking for my white paint, I said maybe I'll try some silver paint. And actually, I got some silver paint mixed up here. It's, you know, when you do a black wash, you're supposed to make it really, really watery. Well, we're not going to do that in this case because, well, I don't want to. So let's just paint this whole thing silver. And I got a dirty old rag on my lap. And like I said, this one's just a Just Carve Rob prototype. That's what he does, calls them prototypes. So let's just get it on here. Good and thick. Make sure you get those eyes. I don't want to do the whole thing. I don't want this paint to dry. Where I got to wipe it off. So I don't think you're going to get a much more dirtier rag than this dirty rag. Let's just kind of wipe off all the high spots. And maybe I should get a better rag. Because this thing's like trying to absorb all the paint up with like a brick. It's just so old, dirty, and okay. Let's just keep putting her on. I don't know. I've wrecked lots of carvings experimenting. I sure have. But how are you going to get any better? And how are you going to learn how to do your own things? Like, you know, if you keep on just doing the same old thing like everybody else does, how are you going to have your own style? If that makes any sense. Get all those places. We don't want any black to be just black. This is a lot different than the normal black wash way to do it. Well, because it's great. It's a silver wash. Just keep gooping her in. I probably should have made the silver not so silvery. Like I should have probably put more water in it. Now, start wiping her off. This will wash off my hands, no problem. No, it's not going to kill me. So the first ever Carving Fusion silver wash. Now sometimes, like in the eye here, I'll get the little. Sometimes you got to get inside the little cracks. So I'll just keep on doing this and let it dry off a bit. Now, if I would have put the Mod Podge on here first, this paint wouldn't absorb into the black, and where I wipe the high spots, you would still see black inside the low spots because the rag couldn't get in there, right? If that makes sense to you. I think it's pretty neat though. Kind of looks like a dark, old dark kind of spooky thing. Anyways, I'll let this dry a bit. Actually, you know what? There's no time to let it dry. Let's just keep it having fun. So I wonder if I kind of put some white in the low points, if that would make it look any better. Well, I'm going to put some white in the low points, kind of just a little bit dry brush it in. Let's just start off with this one here. Kind of to it will let us know if it's going to work or not. Man, I got to get another different rig. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You got some higher color whites in there. Looks kind of like an old stone carving or something that's been patinaed by the years. So I'm going to finish all this with the white wash over top of the. Oops. I didn't want to put that much on there. Okay, we'll just bleed it out here. Silly, Jordy. Always pushing the limits, aren't you? Always fucking shit up. Yep. Pardon my language. Just kind of spread her out thin. Now let's give that a white. Well, those eyes kind of, I got to get some of that paint out of those eyes. Maybe the nostrils shouldn't be white. But it's okay. I got to get a different rig. So I'll finish this up and I'll be back. So here it is. Some of you might not like it. Some of you might be like, oh my God, he ruined it. Well, you know, realistically, this took me about 40 minutes to carve, an hour to carve these wood spirits in here. It was super soft cedar. And the point is, it's okay if you don't like it. I don't expect everybody to like it. As long as I like it, that's what matters, right? Like when you guys are doing your own art, don't worry about what other people think. Because if you worry about what other people think, you're going to, the word? Oh boy. I can't even say the word. You're going to be a critic of your own art too much and everything's going to bother you. This is just me trying something different, having fun. I think it looks like an old stone carving thing. It's kind of a bit angry, this one. But all the wood spirits are different. Now, what am I going to do with this fruity base? Let's see here. Well, I just don't think the base goes along too good with this carving. So, just push that off to the side. And 3, 2, 1. Screw it. I had this piece of cedar at my chainsaw 10. I cut it up quickly, and I knew I was going to carve a bigger base for it. This one, you know, I got to bang out those nails. I drew on this red stuff. I ripped it. It looks like shit. It would be so hard to get all this stuff off. Just don't care. Carved a bigger, manly base. I think it looks cool. I think it looks like an old stone thing. Now, the problem, I might have to end this video, make this a two-part series, because here's the problem. I'm not too sure if I'm going to even use this hardware that I got with the light. Let's put this up here. Let's spin it. Okay. So, this is a shade. Once I got this lamp that night, this is a shade I got from Amazon. I wasn't planning on doing this white and gray and silver stuff. So now I got this ugly brown poo shade. It's this shade can just go on the bulb itself because there's no hardware to put a lamp on this stuff that I got from the thrift store on this thing, right? Usually they have clips and the thing you just sit the thing on. This one wraps around a bulb. It's a little bulb. Actually, let me find the bulb. I'll put the bulb in and I'll put this on it. All right, I got the bulb and the shade on it, but I can't plug it in. But I think it's pretty neat. But I just don't know about that shade. Now, long before I did YouTube, actually, I don't know, maybe it was just at the beginning of my YouTube, I've done lots of stuff with stained glass. Now, I've made my own stained glass lampshades, but, you know, that would be the coolest for this, but I don't have the hardware, so I think we'll just have to end this video here. I'm sure it's long enough. And I don't know, maybe I could even just paint this lampshade or dye it darker or something. You know, maybe I could just even get some sticks and then glue some sticks, some like driftwood sticks, carve little wood spirits on each one. So I'm not in any of a hurry to finish this piece, so I'm going to put it aside, and you guys can leave me comments. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you think it's neat. Let me know if you don't like it. Let me know if you think I ruined it. But I'd love to hear your comments on the lamp. Batteries just died. What should I do with this lamp? Should I just stain it? Should I dye it? Should I paint it? Should I put the sticks on it of wood spirits and just kind of leave them wood color? I can carve a little wood spirit on each stick. That's a lot of friggin' work for this piece. But, you know, if you're enjoying the piece, and what's stopping you for putting more time into it? So anyways, too much babbling here. Carving Fusion, over and out. It's important to leave your comments on this video for this lampshade. Jesus, Jordy. What should I do with the lampshade? I think I'm going to order some new hardware. Anyways. Never mind. I painted the shade. Painted it. Finish this video tomorrow. So, since I don't like to really split too many videos up into two, I'm just going to finish this video. This, I sprayed a clear coat on it last night, the Rust-Oldham, and I looked at it this morning when I was drinking my coffee, and I figured I'm kind of not done with this yet. I do want the darker points, like inside the hollow eyes there, to be black. So, it's simple, like, just keep doing your piece till you're happy, right? So, I got some water mixed up in here and some black paint, and I'm just going to give it a black wash. And that's how you can get all the dark spots to stay in the deep spots, like the nostrils and inside the lips and stuff, like the corners of the lips. Right? So you just put your black on. I sometimes do my black wash a little bit thick. This is really thin, lots of water, less paint. So let's give you an example right down here in this one ice. You got those little cuts and stuff for the age lines, the eyebrows and stuff. So we just got it all in there. Underneath here. Then I got this rag. And just keep wiping it off. So you can see how those eyes really pop a lot more. And you get a way better effect. So I'm a lot happier with that. So I'll get this done, then I'll put the lamp together. There you go. Don't forget to sign your pieces. I got it all wired back up. I bought those feet from the dollar store. You just nail them in. Now normally I carve a line and then hot glue the wire so it's like solid in the wood, but not for this one because I want people to be able to turn it and then have this wire around back, so if you know, like, you can have the lamp and show any sides of the faces that you want. Now how I mounted this to the base is, I learned this from Ben's Studio on the Lake, his YouTube channel. You put some screws in there, screw the screws into the base, cut the heads off with a little zip disc, then mark where the screws are in this, mix up some epoxy. Well, you have to carve the holes up in this part. Mix up some epoxy, put it in the holes, then set this on the base. Now there was some gaps down here. You can see it's a little bump there. All I did is I got some black hot glue sticks. I used the black hot glue and glued it all the way around. Now these black hot glue sticks are kind of shiny, and I didn't like the way it just kind of gave just a straight square line. So I got some of this dollar store black paint. I know it dries matte, so I just put that on there and feathered it out and feathered it up here. Okay, and I did the same with this too. I black hot glue, got the dollar store paint, put it on here and kind of feathered it out a bit. So the last thing to do is, well, here's the shade. I sprayed it, I painted it black and a little bit of silver. What else could you do? So let's put the lamp on the bulb. And we will turn off this light and turn on this light. So that light's off. Now let's turn this light on. Perfect. There you go. There's a Carving Fusion prototype lamp. Now some of you might be asking, what do you mean prototype? Well, prototype is the next one that I'm going to do. Sorry, this wire will be around back. The next one I'm going to do is not going to be painted and all that stuff. It's just going to be wood color. Let me get the piece of wood. This is an old piece of redwood. It's from a coffee table that my buddy Stuart gave me. It's been all epoxied on the other side, had epoxy on it. I had to sand it all off. Now I'm thinking of this redwood here. Even this isn't like the shitty sequoia wood we get around here. This is the true redwood here. And you can see it's got some bird's eye weird grain in there. So I'm really thinking about carving this as a base, maybe cutting wood spirits all along here or something really cool. Better than this quick carving. And then cutting another, I got some more of this, cutting another piece up and then making it like this of the redwood and fastening it to this. So the base, cut another one of these up so it's a square piece coming up here, and get a better lampshade and whatever. So that's why I was testing it out with this one. Prototype. It's going to be a lot of carving. That's it, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Carving Fusion, over and out.